Hey guys, today I wanted to take a minute to talk about Star Wars Visions, more specifically just the first 3 episodes. I just kind of want to review them in a batch. I'll pump out the next 3 and then the next 3 after, just kind of in sequence like that, just because they're very, very short episodes, so making a video on each one would be redundant. But yeah, this wasn't something I was too excited for just because it seemed very similar to What If, and What If really wasn't for me. I can see why people really like it, but it wasn't for me. This definitely is for me, though. I'm a big Star Wars fan, and I like quite a few animes. I'm not super into anime, but I like a lot of the popular animes, so I really like the art style, and I also really like Studio Ghibli, so a lot of the episodes are kind of based on that kind of art style. And so let's just hop right into it, starting off with The Duel. Now, The Duel was cool. It reminded me of like a Akira Kurosawa film. It was centered around a samurai who kind of wanders, and he wanders through this village that is being kind of invaded by stormtrooper like troops, imperial age stormtroopers. It was cool, and I'm gonna be spoiling the story because the episodes are super short, so I just don't see value in not spoiling them. So I thought the episode was super cool. The art style, while I liked it, it was a little hard to tell what was going on from time to time, especially while it was in the village, just because it was all black and white and a lot of the movement was very quick and the screen got jumbled from time to time. But towards the end of the episode, it shifts focus more towards a one on one duel, and that gets very, very cool visually and story wise. It gets very cool. And so the story revolves around a wandering Jedi who encounters a wandering Sith, and the two engage in a duel. And it's revealed that both Jedis are actually Sith, and the Ronin Jedi is a Sith who appears to be going around collecting red kyber crystals from Sith that he's killed. That's just a super cool concept. Like, I would absolutely watch this blown out into a long story. Like, Dart style, I feel like could be improved a little bit. Like, if you've seen the episode, you know what I'm talking about, where like the art style is so cool, but it's almost like it's not as polished as it quite could be. I think maybe just another studio stepping in to help or more time to work on it would simply prove or improve that greatly. But yeah, the only gripes I have with this are the art style not being as polished as it could be. Besides that, found the story so cool. It was very minimal, but said a lot. And just the concept of this former Sith roaming around, engaging in duels with other Sith so he can kill them and take their kyber crystals and kind of do what he can to fix whatever wrongs he's committed. And I just think that's a very cool concept. So if I was to rate this, I would rate this episode probably I'd probably rate this like an 8 out of 10. I found this super, super cool, super interesting to watch. And yeah, this was a great way to start off the show. Next up, we've got Tatooine Rhapsody. Now, this one has lower stakes than the other 2 episodes I'm going to talk about this episode, but I still enjoyed it quite a bit. It's about a little Tatooine rock group that every time they have a concert, they get interrupted by Boba Fett because their bassist is Jabba the Hutt's cousin, and they want him to come home because he refuses to live up to the Hutt legacy. And I don't know, I just thought it was a kind of goofy concept. I never really thought about Star Wars concerts or anything like that. It was cute. The art style was much more generic anime. Like, definitely not to say that in a bad way, because it was really cute and cool to see like Boba Fett and these other Tatooine characters in anime form. And the art style really worked for the story they were trying to tell. It was just cute overall, you know? The story had heart. Maybe didn't land as much as it wanted to, but it had a bit of heart. And I think the problem is they want you to kind of elaborate on a backstory by yourself, because there's not much time to flesh out every single character, and they really want you to care about the relationship between specifically the main protagonist and then Jabba the Hutt's cousin, who's the bassist. They really want you to care about those two, and not enough time is there to care as much, but it was still cute. I thought the song took up a little bit too much time, and the song wasn't quite my taste, but hey, it's a Star Wars anime rock song. I can't really expect too much out of that. But overall, I'd say this episode was like a 7 out of 10. It was really cute, wholesome, low stakes, background noise if you've seen it before. It was nice. But so 7 out of 10. Moving on. And now, lastly, we've got the twins. Now, this is the third episode, and most likely I can see this being people's favorite. Obviously, I haven't finished the show yet, but just I can really, really see a lot of people liking this episode. It's just a really cool concept, cool execution, and it really, really stays true to the Star Wars formula. So, it's about two twins genetically born to the dark side, which is just a cool concept in itself. It's basically in itself a cooler concept than Snoke. And they are living basically on this giant dual star destroyer that has a cannon in the middle that attaches the two. And it's fueled by this giant kyber crystal. And so the whole story revolves around them. The brother of the twins is stealing the kyber crystal because he gets a force vision that says that the kyber crystal will corrupt and kill his sister. So he wants to fight for his sister, but his sister is so evil and so devoted to the dark side that she will fight to let herself die. It's a cool concept, cool execution. The art style is super, super cool. I cannot stress that enough. The art style is super cool. But I do have some gripes with this episode. I'm not sure how many people will share these gripes, and the gripe is like every 3 minutes or so they force in some really, really iconic Star Wars line. Like the script is like 50% new stuff, 50% actual lines from other Star Wars characters. Like a character says, I have a bad feeling about this. A character says, in a galaxy far, far away. Another character says something along the lines of just some very generic force speech. Like, if you watch this episode and you're familiar with Star Wars, you will recognize half of the lines these characters say are ripped straight out of other Star Wars movies. Now, I understand that. I get it. The studio is paying homage to, Star Wars, obviously. But I just found it a little bit gratuitous. Maybe I've just been watching a lot of Star Wars stuff lately, but that's just me. Besides that, this episode was cool. It was a cool concept. I honestly, Tatooine Rhapsody, it was a cute idea. I could see it being fleshed out to a movie. I don't know if I would love that movie, but the duel and the twins, they could flesh both those stories out into full-length movies, and I would be satisfied. Both are just such cool concepts. Both contain such cool characters, such cool fights, such cool powers. To go back to the first episode, the lightsaber umbrella. I understand in Rebels the Inquisitors had those, but they seemed super, super fucking lame in Rebels, and it was really cool in Duel. And just the good Force lightning and the bad Force lightning, and then the sister with her whip lightsabers that turn into General Grievous arms, and the brother with his supersized lightsaber that cuts a Star Destroyer in half. Like, it was just such cool concepts. I wish I could have seen a full movie on both of those concepts. And yeah, I really enjoy this show. I really like where it's going. All the episodes are out now, so I'll probably binge it over the weekend and finish my reviews for them. But I really enjoy this. If you're a Star Wars fan, you'll like it. If you're an anime fan, I think you'll like it. Even if you just like the directors that a lot of these are based off of. Like, if you like Kurosawa films, specifically Seven Samurais, like, you will love The Duel. I just think there's a lot here for everybody, and yeah, I really enjoy these first 3 episodes. I would rate The Duel an 8, Tatooine Rhapsody a 7, and the twins I would also rate an 8, but probably like an 8.5 maybe, just on concept alone. I think is so cool. But yeah, so if you made it this far, a sub would go so far. Really appreciate anybody watching, and yeah, take care. Have a good day.